My son is the 5th generation.
Okay.
And my great grandson, he will be 6th generation. And I hope that we continue the tradition what we have done.
So your great grandfather came to Bombay and you started buying stocks.
Yeah.
Okay.
He came about 120 years ago from the native place, Bet Dwarka. And basically, he started investing in shares and stocks of, countries like Pakistan, which was not there. It was part of India then.
Okay.
And Burma, Sri Lanka,
Okay.
maybe London.
Everything during the British Raj time.
Yeah, British Raj style.
So stocks were actually available right here on
Right
Dalal
here,
Street if
yeah.
you wanted to buy British companies and
Yeah.
some Pakistani companies.
Pakistan.
Okay. So I'm curious to know that as a family you've been investing in Indian stocks from 120 years.
Yes.
So which is the oldest holding of the family?
Tata companies, basically. The companies which were there, textile companies, they are still there, but they are all dead stocks now. There are a lot of textile companies where we had invested, but today they are nowhere.
So which is the oldest listed stock you own?
Listed stock was Tata Steel.
Okay, so you as a family you've been owning Tata Steel for what, over 100 years now?
Yeah.
And you have no plans to sell it?
No.
So what makes you so bullish on Tata Group companies?
Basically, we have we have grown with Tatas. Basically, the largest holding has always been Tata companies. You name it, and all companies of Tatas we own.
So what is your first memory of Dalal Street, the iconic Dalal Street?
I came as a kid. I used to be a part of Bada New High School, and after the school, the uncle used to tell the driver to pick me up from the school and just drop at the venue of the AGM, Bombay House, Industry House. You name it, and we were Birla Hall. As a student, I used to be part of the AGM, sitting behind, just listening and curiously hearing what is the companies and what are the stocks we are talking about. So
typically, if I talk to some old timers, they've always been brokers, hardly any investors. But as a family, you never bought a BSc card or you never ventured into broking.
No, that was the thing which I had never was interested in, because grandfather has always said that never buy a Bombay Stock Exchange card. It was available at 10,000 rupees, but I was never interested, except that 10,000 has become what the value of Harshad Mehta was, the card value was there. Same as what I had invested in stocks, so I have no regret.
So a lot of old timers I've spoken to, they've always told me that, look, we've always bought cement companies, steel companies and sugar companies. We've never bought IT.
Yeah.
Even though IT is an important part of Indian economy, Indian stock markets, they've never bought IT stocks. So what's been your experience about IT?
Same experience. We never understood the IT stocks initially. Infosys was available at 100 rupees, but not understanding the so-called IT sector, we never took the risk of going into IT in a big way.
So you've never bought an IT stock?
I have the IT stocks, but not to the extent where one could vouch on that yes, this is except TCS to the extent, because it was all Tata companies.
So basically you've seen the birth of the index, because the Sensex got created in 1980 and before that there was no index.
No index.
So let's talk about the current index level. The Sensex as we speak is at 30,000.
30,000.
What is your view on this bull market?
Well, it would continue with the Modi government coming in. I hope that they come out with good industry-oriented policies where the industry should grow.
So are you shopping in this market?
Yeah.
So what were your last three purchases?
Last three purchases were share shipping, Astral Poly, and to some extent Power Grid and NTPC.
For the longest time, you've always bought power stocks, power utilities, power.
That is where I understand more rather than any other stock.
But NTPC and Power Grid, to some extent, they are regulated businesses. The return on
still
the return is capped. So
yeah,
what
but still, I hope that in future they would do well, because it's in bad times you buy good stocks.
You mentioned that you've been an activist. I was reading an article which mentioned that you were against Wipro's delisting.
Yeah.
Then you fought
it was
for...
not a delisting, it was a demerged company where they wanted to use Section 100 and maybe just say goodbye, Tata to us. And we said, I flew to Bangalore and then I said that, let us at least appeal rather than going into court, and which I have been always doing it. But somehow Asim said, just understood, and he said, oh, all right, you can continue, but we will not list these shares or we will not give you exit route. I said, well, it's fair enough. But let us be together, let us grow together.
Which are 3 stocks you think you would like to pass on to your grandkid? 3 stocks which you got from your grandfather, and 3 stocks you're confident that those companies will survive and your grandson will reap benefits of them.
Tata Power, Telco, Tata Motors now, and Tisco.
All Tata Group companies.
All Tata Group companies and Hindustan Lever. That's the 4th one.
But aren't they expensive stocks? Aren't they priced to perfection? HUL is trading at a P multiple of 30 plus.
Yeah, but see, our cost is 0. We always go for dividend yield. And dividend yield, that is how we have grown. So I hope that the kids, forthcoming kids, they would also, because we are not looking at something where we should sell some shares and make money. We would rather go for dividend yield where we can survive.
So according to you, what is a good dividend yield? Because inflation in India keeps on changing. So obviously that will have an impact on yield as well.
Yeah, about 15 to 20%.
Are stocks available which actually offer 15% dividend yield in this bull
Not
market?
now, but ours are always has been almost 20-30% because we bought at a throwaway price.
Is Tata Motor DVR a good investment simply because it offers a good attractive dividend yield?
Dividend, yeah.
So between Tata Motors main stock and Tata Motor DVR, which is a better stock to buy?
DVR as of now.
History may not repeat itself, but it will certainly rhyme. So if you have to summarize your biggest learning experience from Indian stock markets and your biggest mistake, how would you like to summarize it?
Well, invest at a time when the stocks are available at discount. Never buy stocks when in bull market.
So right now it's a bull market. So an old timer like you is advising that one should not buy into this bull market?
Should not, yeah. You have to identify the stocks which are available at lower P, or there is a future. I mean, sometimes the results are bad. Some time ago, Associated Bearing was there, available. The escape bearing was available at 300-400 rupees. Today it's almost 700-800 rupees. So that's where the money is.
So typically you would advise our viewers and some next gen wannabe investors that they should watch out for a dividend yield. They should watch out for power companies.
Yeah.
And when you're investing into stock markets, you should always invest for long term.
Long term, yes.
Yeah. Just to summarize our today's interaction, is your son also planning to become an investor?
He is already there.
Okay, so that's the 5th generation now.
Yeah, 5th generation. That's
so what
5th.
keeps you going?
Well, the interest in stock market has always been my passion, and I like to continue because I like to meet people, especially to understand the company. We always meet the management, understand, talk to them. I don't look at something where I need some information. It's merely an industry which I am looking at, and it's my decision where I am able to decide as to where to put my money in.
So how old are you, Janak?
I am 64.
64. So long time in terms of, but over 50 years of experience when it comes to Indian stock markets.
Yeah.
Okay. Final question. What is your most fondest memory of Dalal Street? This iconic street.
In terms of being part of JRD and Tata Group, where it was pleasure to talk to JRD Tata Sahib and also GD Babu. It was always a pleasure to talk to him, talk to both of them, understand, and that is how we have grown as to where do we stand. I mean, the future. They always used to advise as a kid, ye karo, wo karo. When I used to ask questions, being a speaker, regular speaker at the AGM, they always used to advise, ye mat karo. They used to give indication ke bhai ye karna hai aapko.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/etnow and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at etnowlive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/etnow.